Hey, what's that?
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
hey.
Hey,
Let me turn on some lights
hey.
in here.
Loretta, you are a Pandora person. My mama got me a new Pandora bracelet
Oh,
for when she went to Hawaii.
oh, that's nice. Let me see. Hold it a little closer. Hold it a little closer. Oh, that's pretty. Wow, Ebbie, that's nice.
Is there a way to? Is there a safety thing that I can get? Because it's a
Yes,
cuff. It's
yes.
it's a cuff. It's not a.
Yes. You buy one of these. You buy a guard, so that if it pops open, it won't go nowhere. None of your charms will come off.
Okay,
You
so
said
I
it's
have
a,
to
you
go
said
on
it's a cuff.
Pandora. Yeah, it's a cuff. It's not a. It's a.
Oh, I see. But they probably do sell one. They sell a guard for. They probably sell a guard for it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's nice though. Oh, that's pretty. I need to get a new bracelet because this one is too big. I need a new one. Okay, so we've been gone for a minute, but we now back for the jump off because you know. So we have two episodes that we're going to review,
God
and
bless her.
I need to start before we get into any of these reviews. I need to start and just simply say, I am confusion.
What the hell? What the hell y'all? What the hell y'all say?
I am confusion by so many things I saw in these two episodes. So we're going to start at the beginning and we're going to work our way through because I have what, El Teddy? What do I have?
Notes.
Mm-hmm.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow.
I have notes. So I know what
Well, I
happened
don't
first.
understand why I gotta get the heat 30
Because
seconds into
you
the
never,
review.
because you're
You
the one
never
that
have
never
notes,
has
ma'am.
notes.
Ma'am. All we ask is that you timeline this stuff and have notes so we know what we're
That's all.
commenting on. That's
That's
all.
all we
How
need to
long
know.
have y'all known me?
Mm,
When have I ever had?
mm, mm.
So let me start at the beginning. So we're going to start with
Wait, can I
episode.
start by saying
Go ahead.
before you go,
Sure.
let the record reflect.
Oh,
Oh
here we
shit.
go.
I will consistently tonight be good cop. I will be the nice person. I will be the understanding one. I will be the one that gives people a chance. These two people over here,
Now
they are the
I
ones
didn't know I
that
was pausing so your ass could lie. And let me say something. There's some new people who ain't been around and they don't remember the panels, the old school panels. I will put El Teddy in the back.
and I ain't even did nothing
I will mute him. I will put him in the back
for no reason,
when he starts lying.
for no damn reason.
I just
Moving right along. So we start I think it was episode 8. I guess we're doing episode 8 and 9. So we start episode 8 where we have Lamont who is working on his calendar. Now, I thought it was interesting, and I am going to be nitpicky. So let me give my disclaimer. I absolutely going to be nitpicky because I'm in a nitpicky kind of mood. I found it interesting that Lamont said that he makes a calendar for every month of the year. Can y'all explain what that means to me?
I was confused too. I thought it meant that he doesn't put it out until that actual month because I think that they said they were already in February, and that's why he was doing the February one. Because I was like, shouldn't that have come out like earlier in the year?
That's what I thought.
My
And let
other
me be
question
clear.
is this: I have one
No,
more
go ahead.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Why for, sir, do you hire a model, but your model's body don't even look as good as yours? Like, I feel like if you getting a model for like the whole oil your body up type of calendar and stuff, that the model would be like bam, bam, boom. And then my third thing is, why for, sir? is that the hairstyle you gave him? Because that hairstyle was not flattering, and it didn't speak volumes or didn't speak much to your ability to someone's hair. And I'm gonna just shut up. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Ebbie, can you answer that question for me? What does that mean? I make a calendar for every month of the year. I'm confusion.
It means he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. What?
This is why I said.
I
This is
cannot.
why I said I want to be the next one. This is exactly why I said that.
Ebbie!
Oh,
My God!
oh,
Y'all remember
Oh.
that time that
oh,
Portia thought the Underground Railroad was an actual train?
oh, dear God.
Same. I like how, like, what? What the fuck are we even talking about?
So Chloe comes over.
Come on over.
Chloe, I've been really trying with you this season because I feel like I kind of like you, but I'm going to just tell you now, by the end of this live, you're going to probably hate me. And that's okay. You can put me on the train. That's fine.
I know
Chloe
she
comes
can't
over.
stand me.
Probably. Chloe comes over and she starts, they have this conversation about age. Do you know what grinds my gears?
Chloe looked 58 years old and then go pick at this man because he said he's 37. How you gonna say you 30 and you look 64? I'm just trying to make sense of, and she really read him talk about he might not be my baby daddy no more because he old as dirt. Baby, you look 73. And you over here calling somebody up. Girl, she said she's 30. Really be. That woman says she's 30. I just want y'all to wrap y'all hands around. She said she was 30, maybe in dog years or something. I don't know. I don't understand. But somebody need to help me on this. I'm muting. I'm muting. I'm muting.
My hallelujah belongs to you. My hallelujah belongs to you.
So
You deserve
30 years old, baby. Oh my God.
You deserve
Jesus the Christ of Nazareth. That woman say she's 30, y'all. Like how?
You deserve all of the
She got 30
glory
charges, maybe.
belongs
we
to
know she
you.
got them. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
At this point,
She got 30 Johns waiting for her down
You
to the
got
stroll.
30 minutes.
moving right along. Abby, do you have any?
Got about 30 more
I
minutes
don't
left on that wig.
I don't feel like there's anything more to say. But Abby, if you have anything to add to the age conversation, I'm sorry. By all means.
Why you scream my name like that? I'm so
I was
confused.
getting ready to screen ELTeddy because I thought he was gonna keep going, and I want. That's why.
I knew that's what she was doing. That's why it's so funny to me. I knew that's what she was trying to do.
And to that I
She
said,
called your
look
name.
at my new Legos that I put together last
I
night.
saw that. That was so cute.
Isn't it
All right,
Now,
cute?
what is this?
we're gonna move right on along. Okay.
Right.
So then
Wait, what is that, Ebbie?
it's
It's
a
my new
typewriter,
Lego
but it's
set.
Lego.
It's a
Oh,
typewriter.
that's cute.
Ain't it though? I would also like to say I'm 48, so we're just gonna leave that right there. Amen. Okay.
And you look younger than her.
Well, we all know I'm 50. We were all together last summer celebrating. I'm about to be 51. I'll be 51 in about a month. So
Yet you look younger than her.
So who's 30 now?
Chloe.
Chloe.
Well, Chloe has lived several lifetimes in this life. Because she keeps dying in her GTA episode, so she keeps coming back. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But I am sure my friend is glad to be 30 because the alternative is
death.
Is death.
Okay.
So, praise God.
So then she said that she said that she's ready to forgive Donnie. She said she think they just doing too much now. She said she feel like Rio and Zesty is just doing too damn much, and she is ready to give Donnie a second chance. She also said that she feels like they're bullying Glenn, and she don't understand any of that either. Any comments as a regards
what is she
to that?
forgiving Donnie for? Donnie ain't did nothing to her.
That was my question.
Like, she's ready to forgive him again. He hasn't done anything to her.
Maybe for making her.
I'm doing is reading my notes.
His music.
I am reading the notes. That's all I can do is read the notes. That's what she said.
He is forgiving him for him making her listen to his raps, I guess. I don't know.
No, I would never forgive. No. Ebbie, was that you who put that young man's diss track in a group chat?
No, that's your friend over there about to spit out her drink on herself.
Okay, I would never. That's really I would never forgive you, ma'am.
No, let me. No, that's who y'all need to blame for that. Because early this morning, I got a text from Niecy. Niecy sent it to me. That is who y'all blame. Her right there.
She sent it to the both of us at the ass cracking on.
Her with the cute puppy. Sent it to us this morning.
What is this? I'm in first grade, just got off hook on phonics, just learned phonemic awareness and phonics rapping. We doing.
You deserve it.
So I do feel like they are bullying Glenn. Like Zesty, but I got a whole lot to say about Zesty, but I really feel like he's doing too much. It's really ridiculous at this point. Glenn, I mean, to be honest, Glenn ain't even around that much. And every time he does come around, it's like y'all decide to attack him. It's unnecessary, and I'm not really sure why, the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. Like I'm so confusion.
Are we supposed to have comments on this, Ebbie? I'm
okay.
Trying to figure out.
So Kelly comes in.
I just let y'all know.
Huh?
I read this book on a live.
I know. I was in there for a little while.
I was told. I got some feedback from the author that the Kindle copy is not correct. There are edits and things that are in this that is not in the book. So we will possibly be rereading this.
But you put it on. Kindle only has what you give.
I'm confusion. Stop. Put a pin in that. What?
Huh?
What?
How does that work?
I don't know. I just repeated what the young author told me.
More than Zesty bullying Glenn, Zesty's inner thighs are bullying each other with the amount of chafing that happens with those little swap meet flea market short sets, 2 pieces that he be doing out here talking about he's the body beautiful. Because baby, I don't know what body we're talking about. Now, if I'm comparing you to slugs, if I'm comparing to what are those little roly-poly insects, maybe you'd be the body beautiful for them. Maybe elephant seals. I'm trying to find what species, what kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species we would need to find in order for you to be considered the body beautiful. Because every time he comes on, oh, they're jealous of my body and my looks and my body and I'm like, what amusement park glass house mirror are you using? Like, are you beautiful on Mars where they have a different gravitational pull or something? I'm like really trying to understand. Or maybe I have it the wrong way. Maybe on Mercury or something, a smaller planet. Maybe I'm really trying scientifically to figure out where he's coming. I'm muting. Let me just shut up.
Well, somebody clearly thinks he's beautiful. Somebody does.
He does. That is the somebody. Him.
All right,
And that's
moving right
okay.
along. Hey. All right, we got it. Moving right along. Not Rachel. Kelly lets us know that she's working with Rio and she is now one of his bottle girls. Do we care?
Yes.
Why was she celebrating
that Rio is picking girls? Girl, she ain't learned not to look a nigga in the eye. I learned that on Hookers on the Point on HBO. You don't look one of them niggas in the eyes because that's how you get chose, and then you end up somebody's bottom bitch. Now she working for this nigga. Who's in charge of the girls?
She was over there celebrating like she had just done won the lottery. And
that's normally how dizzy broads be when they first get chosen by their pimp.
I'm like, girl, you really over here like you done did your big one. Girl, I'm over here one of the girl. Like I was like, girl, I'm not doing this. Nope.
So confusion. Okay. Next. Jeff meets with his best friend, and this was how I felt about that.
Well, my question is, why was the best friend so bothered by his boyfriend?
Because I feel like that man has dogged Jet out in the past, and now
I thought it was something like.
Because Jet said they're off and on, and they've been off and on for a long time. So with that, when I hear people say off and on, and your friends don't like them, that makes me feel like y'all been in some bullshit. He done cheated on you or treated you like shit, and you keep letting him.
I thought it was something else, like maybe the best friend had or somebody they knew had history with the man. That's what I thought he was trying to allude to.
Hey, Brown Mama, thank you for becoming a member. That's how I feel. I mean, I just feel like, for whatever reason, the fact that they've been back and forth makes me feel like there's and the fact that you were scared to tell your best friend tells me that you probably been talking shit about
That's
him.
what I wanted to say.
And really now, yeah, you probably been talking shit about him.
You have divulged too much of your information about you and this nigga, and for you to have gone back to him, and you know how people do. That's why you don't keep people in your business. Because you be done told all the business, and then you done took him back, and y'all all lovey-dovey, and now all your family looking at this nigga sideways for the rest of his life. That's what it's giving.
But my question is, how much of a best friend is this if you told the whole cast of some random ass people on this show about this man, introduced him, had him on social media before you decided to pick up the phone and tell your alleged best friend that you were with him? I'm just trying to make that make sense. This your best friend, and everybody on this cast, random people, most of whom you can't even stand, you told them and showed him off to them before you even called your best friend and said that y'all was together.
Knew what it was gonna be.
But that's why you got to be careful. Like Ebbie said, it's cool to have friends, and it's definitely cool to have a sounding board and somebody to talk to. But here's what you got to also remember: if all you tell me about somebody is the bad stuff, if the only time you call me is when that person does you dirty or you get into it with that person, then don't call me when shit is don't call me when shit is good, because I'm gonna be side-eyed. If all you tell me about is that he ain't shit, he done cheated on you, he done put his hands on you, or any of those types of crazy things.
If I've had to put a piece of my good steak that I done went to the Publix to get on your eye because that nigga done rag tag you, then next week you and that nigga talk about y'all got a forever kind of love.
But consequently, on the other side of that, don't only tell all of the good stuff. And then guess what? As soon as you break up, that same friend gonna be over there trying to bounce on top of that young man's fiend.
Well, see, but you know what though? Then that would be karma for their ass
in the first place.
I was going to say that'd be karma
then.
That would be karma for their ass then. If I didn't tell you none of the bad stuff and you ran up on him thinking he was this perfect, I left him for a reason, Negro. If you thought you was gonna get something, go on over there.
And now you're trying to be with your whole eyes shut, and I'm looking at you like, well, bitch.
Okay. Well, next up, we have the first on our apology tour. Donnie apologizes to Rio. Now, before ELTeddy, before you go.
Well, I'm not going. I have nothing to say.
Okay, Ebbie, do you have anything to say as it relates to this apology tour?
Yes. I would just like to say that I appreciate the doctor diagnosed medicated version of Donnie, where he's calm and collected and he's not all over the place doing the absolute most when the least will do.
Oh, okay.
I for one appreciate that version. I appreciate that version, and I appreciated his the fact that he was willing to apologize, because some people, even when they wrong, can't admit when they wrong. He apologized to the people he needed to apologize to. He apologized to the person he's called a slur. This is also what I would like to say. Just because you've come to your senses and apologize doesn't mean that even though I accept your apology, doesn't mean we good. We can be cordial. We can be in a room together without me knocking your head in between the washing machine and dryer.
Exactly.
But that does not mean that I'm your friend, nor does that mean we gonna be cool and kick it. That just means that I am big enough to accept the apology given to me. That's all that means.
So here's my issue with the apology. I don't have a problem if he felt like he owed them people an apology, by all means, go on and apologize. Here's my issue with the apology situation. My issue with the apology situation is you don't have to be self-deprecating in your apology. All of that, yeah, because you whooped my ass, and I know it's like I didn't like seeing that part of Donnie, the self-deprecating, you can apologize. Because can I say something? Hold on. Let me say something. Let me explain something to everybody here, to ELTeddy, Ebbie, and everybody in the chat, and anybody watching this on the replay. When I tell you that, I promise you, I have won every fight I've been in.
Come on.
Whether it's the truth or a lie, I have won every motherfucking fight I've been in. And if you want to call me a liar, find the proof. Go find the footage of me getting my ass whooped. Because until then, every fight I ever been in, I done fucking won. I wish the hell I would come down here and keep talking about how somebody whooped my ass. The fuck? Now, in his case,
like,
they
who
do
raised these people?
Now, in his case, they do have footage. However, I'm not gonna keep being like, yeah, because you whooped my ass. No. I just didn't like it. I don't mind the apology, because listen, who am I to tell somebody what somebody owe, what somebody don't owe? But at the end of the day, I'm not about to
listen. He didn't want to get hit with the bricks no more.
You said so you was never wrong. What you mean? I've been wrong. I've been wrong. Absolutely, I've been wrong.
You wrong right now.
What am I wrong about right now?
Everything.
Really? Like everything like what? Tell me.
Is this a trick question?
You said it. I'm just asking for clarity.
I feel
for clarification. Because I don't whoop ELTeddy ass.
You ain't never whooped my ass. Now that's what the fuck ain't never happened. Because y'all wasn't there when I really beat down in front of old lady gang.
We was about to beat somebody down in front of old lady gang, but
get their ass beat at old lady gang.
It wasn't gonna be me.
The little dark skin one. What his name? Brandon.
I guess I don't even remember.
Whatever was at the door that day. Love.
But yeah, so that was my issue with the whole apology tour. I was like, sir, my
only thing about the apology tour is this apologizing stuff goes against everything that me as a Capricorn stands for. Like, I'm not with it. No, I said it at the time. I meant it. What are we talking about? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then my other part about it is, My other
go
part
ahead.
about it is this.
Somebody said they didn't. Somebody said they didn't have nothing to say, but I do that was a lie. Go ahead.
Don't do me.
You said you ain't
My
got nothing
part
to say.
about it is all of this apologizing to Rio. My ire is for Rio because this is the same Rio who was ready to bust that boy in the face when he was out of pocket and saying things racist, not racist, but discriminatory and bigoted, and then you come out your mouth and say stuff discriminatory and bigoted. So should we bust you in the mouth? Should we send the boys down to the Dallas to go dog walk and monkey stomp you? I'm just asking because you ain't shit and you ain't never apologized. Matter of fact, didn't he double down on it? Because didn't they say he recently put something else out similar to that?
Apology.
Huh?
He ended up issuing an apology.
But they said recently he put out something similar to that. Just recently, like a couple weeks ago.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know. I don't follow him, so I wouldn't know. So that was the first apology. We got 2 more to get to, so let's keep going. Next we have Ted Lee talking about the HOA. I mean, that's how I feel about that. But if y'all got anything to add,
moving on.
But,
all right.
Well, why did you just repeat what that man said? You said what he said. So what was the point of the thing?
Moving right along. Then the last scene of this episode was Rio meeting with the people. Oh no, that wasn't the last scene. Sorry. Rio meeting with the people to plan his party. But he's not going to invite Mother, Glenn, or Donnie. But he's going to invite everybody else.
But what did Glenn do to Rio? I'm still trying to figure that out.
He ain't got to have done anything to Rio. He don't have to invite him to shit if he don't want to. And there's that.
So don't make this.
And there is that again. Like I don't understand.
My point is,
when Mother didn't invite,
but I feel like in the contract it should be like this: if you have events that you don't want 90% of the cast, I'm not saying you have
not 90%. It's 3 people,
but
12.
If you don't want 90%, if you have an event and 90% of the cast cannot be there, then it's not going to be filmed. How about that? Because this picking and choosing,
then there's only one event that wouldn't have been shown.
Say that again.
There's only if 90% of the cast.
No. What would have happened is
no. You just said
they would have invited those people. If
you
that
said
was the rules,
if 90% of the
if
cast,
that was the rules ahead of time, I said the rule should be if 90% of the cast cannot come, it should not be filmed.
And I said that has only
that was a
one
rule.
Event. So
No. If that's a rule, then what will happen is they're going to invite people.
Nope, that's not how that works. Because if I don't fuck with you, then I don't fuck with you. And I'm not inviting you to any event that I have just for the sake of you being there and causing drama. I don't want that shit at my event.
But Glenn don't have no drama for Rio. Glenn ain't never even
probably. It don't matter. I don't like the way his breath smells. Thank you. He can't come. It's my event. Is it your money? No, it's mine.
Well, keep your event off camera. Don't tell production then, oh, come film my event. Say no, this is not an event for production. I'm having
this event. Come film it.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Because you only have half the cast.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Did you say that to Mother when he excluded all those people? So why is it an issue now?
My issue is if you gonna not invite somebody,
we had an issue with Mother when he had this bowling party and he only invited like 6 people.
Not if you said you're having a cast event. This was so.
No, it was a cast
event. He never said it was a cast event. He never said it was a cast event. Who said it was a cast event?
He said, I'm inviting everybody except. That sounds like
so
that.
That's the same thing.
That sounds like a cast event. If you say I'm only inviting so and so,
Okay, so then let's go back to the bowling party then. So did you have a problem with mother not inviting everybody to the bowling party?
not if mother says I'm inviting everybody, but he said I'm inviting everybody except. If you say I'm
Mother
only
said
inviting,
I'm only inviting this person, this person, this person, this person.
and maybe I'm getting caught in semantics, and that could be very possible.
Because
To me, saying I'm only inviting so and so is different than saying I'm inviting everybody except.
No, it's the exact same thing.
No, not in my estimation.
It's exclusionary. Whatever, however you want to word it, it's exclusionary. I'm only inviting X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, and I'm inviting everybody except X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. Exact same thing. Same thing. What do you mean? Exact same thing. Somebody's being excluded. It's the same thing. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now get all rah-rah for mother and his
or I'm gonna say,
and
I'm not getting all rah-rah
out
for
of the
anybody because we just had the event episode before last where it was Rachel, Jayla, and a couple people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem if you said we just gonna have small segments of the group here, and we only gonna have these this core group or these people. I don't have a problem with you having a small group of people.
Mother got her ass onto the screen and says, I'm having this event, but I'm only inviting the people who is cool, calm, and collected and don't be bringing no drama. And then turned around and invited Donnie, who had been the Oedipus for all of the fucking drama at every single event that had happened before.
My thing, and I think my issue comes in, my only issue is probably because you're not inviting people like Glenn who have not done anything. You understand?
It doesn't matter what the reason for me not inviting them.
But you're right.
I don't like that.
You don't like the fact how they spell their name.
Maybe I don't like that he chews with his mouth open. Whatever the reason, it's my event, and I reserve the right not to invite whoever I want to invite.
You're very right.
I don't understand.
I understand fully.
All right, moving right along.
Doesn't make any sense. That's like you saying, "Oh, I'm having this YouTuber event, but I'm not going to invite Wiley because his eyes crossed." Like what? Huh?
That's not the same thing.
I don't think that's that. I'm not. You lost me with that. You lost me.
I mean, Wiley's eye is kind of going in two opposite directions, but
that's like you like. Oh, I'm inviting all I'm gonna leave it alone because
because you about to go down.
You knew where I was going.
Girl.
You know where I was going.
Moving right along. Okay. So then the final scene of this particular episode, Donnie apologizes to Zesty.
Okay.
Any thoughts? My thoughts are the same. I don't understand why you have to be self-deprecating in an apology. Fuck Zesty. Moving right along. Okay. So then we get into episode 9.
I don't understand why. Do y'all feel like they didn't deserve an apology for him calling them out their name?
I think
and her little racial epithet at them. You don't think they deserve an apology?
No.
I didn't say nothing about them him apologizing.
What you should say is, listen, and I think you could have had all of the Latino or Hispanic people in the room said, listen, I apologize for calling you all epithet. Now, let's be clear. I went back and watched that episode, Ebbie. I still ain't heard him call them the wet word, but I guess it happened. I had captions on and everything. I still ain't heard it. But he
said it. So I don't.
But what I'm saying is, he might have said it not while it was playing. Maybe we didn't see it. But my thing about it is, he could have brought them in a room at one time, said, "Listen, that's not in my character. I didn't mean to call y'all that word. It came out of anger. It was insensitive, and I sincerely apologize. And I hope that you will accept my apology. If you choose to move on after this, fine. If not, go with God. And left it at that and kept it moving. Everything else, y'all hoes ain't shit. Fuck you and fuck your life. That's where I would have been with it. I'm just saying.
Okay. Moving right along. I'm not gonna say that it didn't that I don't feel like they warrant an apology. Like I said, my issue with his apology is that I felt like he had to I didn't like the fact that he was putting himself down in the apology. Just fucking apologize. You said it, you was wrong for saying it, you was on some shit, and it was what it was. But all of that, yeah, because you whooped my ass, your hands felt like bricks, it was just a lot for me. I was like,
I wonder if he had taken his medications before he went to do these apologies, because
I told you his was completely different. He wasn't like even doing his whole hand movement.
It's like he was medicated or something. Like he took his medication.
So. I feel like he was maybe we've only seen him manic, and this is the other side of the manicness.
Because he wasn't even doing like this, like
right. None of that. It's like he was back on his medications.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like.
Hold on, let me see. There's a car out there going on. Let me see if it's mine, Chad. Hold on. Oh no, it's off now. Okay. Because somebody, Chad, when I came home, somebody was in my parking space, so I had to park somewhere else. So my car is not right in front of my house right now, and I was about to cuss that person out. They better be lucky I didn't catch their ass, because I didn't know who it was. But anyway.
Do like I do, park right behind them.
Well, the only reason why I didn't double park is because I had to come in here and do this. Like, I didn't want to have to, but I left a note. I left a real nice note on their car.
I'm sure what nice.
Well, moving right along. Let me get back to my notes. All right.
You okay with the notes? All right.
So we have Mother and Teddy meeting up to go over his makeup wipes. Those look like the wipes I be buying down to the Ulta, but I'm here for it, Teddy. Go on and get your wipes on.
If you don't get them Temu wipes back to the people,
I mean, but for the level of makeup that Ted Lee and Chloe have on, I figure you need a Brillo pad. Damn wipes. You need a whole ass Brillo pad for what Ted Lee be having on his eyebrows and his chin, and for what Chloe be having on her cheeks and stuff.
Moving right along. They also talked about Mother opened up about losing a friend. They talked about the group and what happened down to the Valentine's Day situation. Again, they talked about why Zesty and Rio got so much energy for Glenn and what that's all about and so forth. Any thoughts?
I had the same.
Now, what scene was this?
Why is it? They was at Ted Lee's house.
Oh yeah. This was Mother
at the counter.
Yeah.
Of that same apartment that was on Lovers and Friends when that chef came to cook for them people. I'm sorry. That was a deep cut. I'm sorry.
Ebbie, you're so horrible.
I'm down. All right, good. What you gonna do?
All right.
They beat my ass. So what they gonna do?
I don't fight.
They said, "Oh yeah, they talk." Okay, yeah, those are okay. All right. Then we see Donnie meet up with Rachel and issue yet another apology. He said, "Listen, I'm dirty, but I'm not that dirty. I would have never spit on you. I'm sorry you felt that way, and I apologize. My bad."
But we all said that, and I feel like Rachel probably could have deduced that. Like we all said, clearly he was not trying to spit blood on you, ma'am. You happened to be right by him as he got busted in the mouth and needed to get rid of the blood.
Yeah, I
think his situation was just heightened and it was misconstrued. I don't ever think he was. I would hope to God he was trying to spit on this girl.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever trying to spit on her either. My issue with this is when you get. See, my thing is this: when I get more information, then I will adjust accordingly. For her to be like, oh, okay, I accept your apology. I can appreciate it, but I don't take back nothing I did. But you now know that that boy didn't spit on you. So in light of having new information, I think you, I think it's okay to say, my bad. At the time, I thought you spit on me, so I had that energy. But now, knowing what I know, I apologize for coming at your people that way. Like I feel like she could have.
Knowing that, if I had known now what I knew back then, I probably would have did the same exact thing, because that's just who I'm as a person. So there's that.
Huh?
I feel like she would have still done the same thing, because
I thought you were saying you. I was like, you what?
Mm-mm.
That's why I was like, what?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought you were saying you would have done the same thing. That's why I was like,
no. If I
understand having that energy if you thought somebody spit on you, because I mean, spitting is just on a whole nother level. So I understand.
If you had thought that Rio had knocked your head in between the washing machine and dryer, I'd have knocked it behind the refrigerator. You'd have seen about me if you was spitting on me. Oh, yeah. God.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, I get it. But I get what you're saying now. I'm with you now. You had lost me, but I'm with you now. Okay.
And we're back.
Right. And we're back. ELTeddy, anything about that apology?
No.
Okay. And thank God that is the last apology. Okay. We see Lamont and his girlfriend. He is working on a cologne situation. His girlfriend came over with the labels and then complained about him never having enough time for her. How we feel about that? Yes, ELTeddy. Yes.
I really want to know this timeline. Because how long have you been with the girlfriend?
Oh, you want to? Yes.
During which part of this time were you either busting Robert Ray's down, or him busting you down, or was it simultaneously? Was he the consistent third? Because y'all said y'all like to bring people in, and when y'all were doing this third, were y'all all I have too many questions right now.
I don't care.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I do not.
I have questions about this timeline.
Here's my question. Why is he here, Ike? Why is he here?
I don't know.
For his monthly calendars? That's why he's here?
Robert said they were together before the relationship. So I don't know if that helps you or not, ELTeddy.
But he said him and the girl been together for like 8 years. So this was like 10 years ago him and Robert Ray were together?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Here's my other question.
Right, Tracy. He's asking questions about stuff that nobody on the show has talked about. But okay.
They did talk about the fact that they like to have threesomes and stuff.
They didn't talk about the fact that he dated Robert Ray. That was never on the show.
That's been all over everywhere.
All I said was I agree with what Tracy said. ELTeddy is asking questions about something that they never talked about. I was just agreeing with her statement.
My other question is this. Why and I'm not saying we can't be all inclusive, but if you're presenting yourself as a man in this heterosexual relationship, and this is a show geared and centered around people that are gay, same gender loving, and I know that you say you're bisexual and you're a member of, the Rainbow Coalition compound because you're bisexual, but in this iteration of where you are in life, you, for lack of a better term, are demonstrating a traditional heterosexual lifestyle. And this is a show about featuring, promoting the community.
Because currently he's in a heteronormative relationship that erases all of his.
The fact that he's bisexual.
Is that how that works?
In this iteration of where he is, to me, I'm not saying he's not bisexual, but what I'm saying is, for the purpose of this show, if I'm looking at this show, You can tell me you're
So you
bisexual.
want to see him
Beautiful.
actively cheating on his partner with a man?
No,
to be okay
I
with
did
him
not
doing
say
it
that.
still?
I did not say that. But what I am saying, if you're going to come on this show, and this show is about members of the Rainbow Coalition Compound, even
That
if you
just
tell
doesn't
me I'm
include
with,
bisexual
hold on,
people.
let me finish. Even if you're with a heterosexual woman and y'all are in a heteronormative relationship, I'm not even seeing the conversation about maybe, because he talked briefly about them being, you know, introducing a third person into the relationship. Maybe there's a conversation about the bisexuality there. I just feel like he doesn't serve a purpose on the show with him not having visible bisexuality or him promoting things within the community. That's just me as a member of the community. I think he serves no purpose in that part of who he is. I'm not saying that a bisexual person cannot be there, because I believe they can. However, as a member of the
But only if they're
community,
talking about being bisexual all the time.
not all the time, but for a show that is here to promote the LGBTQ plus spectrum, if you tell me I'm bisexual, right? And when the only iterations I see of you is you with a woman and you in what is appears to be a heteronormative relationship, I then ask, what is the purpose of you being here if this is to promote the LGBTQ plus community? Because nothing about what you're showing or putting forth on the show to me is anything. I don't even see bisexuality. I'm not saying he's not, but what I'm saying is what you show on this show doesn't even demonstrate your bisexuality. You never even talked about you never even really talked about your bisexuality. And to me, this is a show to promote members of the LGBTQ plus community. And that's
So
my
okay, go ahead, Abby, and go ahead, Abby. Go ahead.
I would like to agree with ELTeddy on one point. I don't understand why he's here, because he's boring. We never know he's here until we like, oh my God, where did this nigga come from? You've been here the whole time? He's boring and he adds no value to the show. It has nothing to do with him being bisexual, straight, same gender loving. It doesn't have to do with any of this. He has no personality. He's boring. Why are you here? Like, why are you here? That's all I got.
So okay, well, I just feel like, so because I don't feel like that's what we ask of openly gay men. Like, I don't feel like every conversation has to be about them being gay, their experience. I just feel like if he's bisexual and this is his lifestyle as a bisexual man, I think that they're showing us a different perspective of what bisexuality looks like. And if right now
I don't agree.
Wait a minute, let me finish. And if right now he's dating a woman, I don't understand what there is to gain about him and his girlfriend having a conversation about him being gay. I mean, about him being bisexual. Like, if that's what's going, it's also called chasing. We literally had a whole scene of him talking about a product that he's trying to put together, something that he's trying to sell, a dream that he is chasing. So I feel like he did talk to us about being bisexual. That's how we know he's bisexual. He talked about it. He talked about his past. He talked about him having a open, being in alternative lifestyles with swinging and stuff like that. Like, I feel like we've gotten that. So I don't know what else. I don't know. I feel like we've gotten that from him. Like Ebbie said, we just haven't gotten a lot.
I don't agree, because
what's his face's ex also tells the story of his bisexuality, and everybody knows that he was with Robert Ray at one time. Again, I would agree with you more, ELTeddy. If damn the bisexualness, it's the fact that he has the personality of wet wallpaper. Like, don't nobody want to see that just because it's pretty to look at. Okay, fine. And he's got spring, summer joggers coming out with the monthly calendars. Like, other than that, like, unless he's trying to break up a fight. Who cares?
I
Do we
think
care about him?
I feel very differently. I feel very differently, and I say that because um I feel very differently, and I say that because the chasing reality brand is about the promotion of or having the LGBTQ plus community have a platform. I totally agree with you when you say the LGBTQ plus community has different layers to it, has different perspectives, have different nuances. Absolutely. There is a story to tell even about the bisexuality experience. Sure, absolutely. But if you tell me your iteration of where you are in life right now, if because being bisexual is very different from the other some of the other members of the community. There are times where you are in a heteronormative relationship. There are times where you are in what some people may consider a gay relationship, and that speaks to how you are bisexual, in that you have times when you are with women, you have times that you are with men. Right now, you are telling me you have been in a monogamous relationship with this woman for many
I thought
years,
they were doing threesomes.
but they're still monogamous. They're still in a monogamous relationship. You tell
But
me
he
that
didn't
every
say,
now and again,
okay, so let
y'all
me ask
have
you
people
this.
that y'all bring into the relationship. Okay,
So if some of the people that they bring into the relationship is another man, isn't that still highlighting his bisexuality? I don't know how to say it. His
I'm not trying.
bisexualness.
I'm not. Here's my thing. I'm not measuring the level of his bisexuality, saying he's bisexual or whether he's bisexual enough. Or, but what I'm saying is, in this iteration of where he is in life, I don't know that what he's presenting speaks as much about the bisexual experience or is in the promotion of that bisexuality as maybe in other iterations of his life. That's all that I'm, and it may be, and he may be that, and it may be what you're saying, Ebbie, just that his personality, he's not good at speaking to that or talking about that, or maybe he just doesn't have the camera time. I don't know, but I,
So why are you not
whatever.
asking the
I'm
same?
just gonna be
Why?
quiet.
So then, what's the difference between him and Zesty or Rio, who have both said that they've been with women? Rio has a whole child. So what's the difference? They both. I mean, what's the difference?
You saying you've been with women before, but you say you identify as gay. There are many gay men that have been with women. That's
But what
very
I'm
well
saying
known.
is, but what I'm saying is, so why? Okay, I don't know if they identify as gay or bisexual, but if it were, let's say Rio identified as bisexual, so then why would that be any different?
In this iteration, if when he's on the show he is speaking to the gay experience, and I believe yes.
So okay, and we're gonna move on because I just want to make sure I understand. So as long as they're actively in a homosexual
No,
relationship,
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what
so
I'm saying at
okay,
all.
so what are they say? Tell me what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, um for the benefits of promoting the LGBTQ plus community. And I'll give you an example. I have someone who tells me, and I'm going with what he says. He's an acquaintance of mine. He says, I'm a bisexual man. Beautiful, great. But every time you're with someone or every time you talk about anything, you are always with a woman. That doesn't negate that you are bisexual and that you have feelings for both sexes. I'm never going to negate that. But if every iteration that we see of you, you are in a heteronormative relationship, I'm not going to negate your bisexuality, but I'm not going to put you probably on a in the front of the screen to speak to bisexuality when everything that you've done over the last so many years is a heteronormative relationship, because that that doesn't bode well for speaking to the true experience of what many people may be struggling with and being bisexual, because you don't have everything that you talk about, everything that you promote, and what you are experiencing right now in all of your relationships is heteronormative. I'm just, that's just how I feel, and we'll
if
probably not agree on
he
this.
was currently,
It's not even so much that we don't agree. I'm just trying to understand, and I just don't understand it. I understand we don't have to agree. I just don't understand. But it's okay.
And I'm
We
not
can
saying
just
he has to be with a
like,
man. I'm not saying that he has to be with a man at all. And I love that he's with that lady. And please stay with her. But what I'm saying is, for the benefit of a show that is to promote the community, I think that a lot of people in the heterosexual community become a lot more, oh yeah. And I don't want to go down this road, but I will for a quick second. It lends itself to a lot of people that say, that want somebody who says they're bisexual to only explore that part of them where they're in what looks to be a heteronormative relationship.
Okay.
But isn't that part of the bisexual experience?
What?
That there are times when they're in a heteronormal
Oh no, absolutely. It absolutely is. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, by definition, what makes that person bisexual in our societal definitions of bisexuality, it's not until they break outside of that heteronormative relationship that, and admit, they don't have to act on it, but they have to at least admit that, I have feelings and things like that, and I can express. He did do that, but what I'm saying is, for the purpose of a show where we're showing the community and we're highlighting different parts of the LGBT, he's not a good representation to me of the bisexual experience.
So he got to say every episode.
No. And I just think he's not good for the show. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I just don't think he's good for the show.
All right.
Okay. Can we take a side note for 5 seconds?
Go ahead, babe.
5 seconds. So my mama, y'all know the elder is not supposed to be eating ice cream, right? And so when she was driving me home, she drove past this ice cream place, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop and get ice cream." And I was like, "Elder, you're not supposed to have ice cream. It's just gonna tear you up. You're gonna be in pain later." And she was like, "I'm still gonna go get it." She just sent me a text message of her with the ice cream.
Okay, Elder.
Come get your mama. Come get her, because I told her.
Child, that's your mama. You know how she is. And you can't tell the elder nothing. You better not tell her nothing.
I ain't gonna say this. That's ridiculous.
You better not tell her nothing.
All right, well, let's move on. Let's move on to the next scene. Okay. Let me go to my next page of notes. So we have Jayla Marie and Rio having a photo shoot. I have a question before I even get in. I'm gonna let y'all have it. But so Rio is bragging about this photographer, this skill he has. He's all on Instagram, and thank goodness. I'm so glad that Jayla saw this other side of me, and these are all the things that I want to talk about. But you didn't clear a space for y'all to have the photo shoot because y'all got put out the hotel while y'all was having the whole photo shoot. I mean, isn't that part of being a professional photographer, that you make sure that you can actually take pictures in that space?
You should clear the location in that part of your photography.
I'm just saying. I just thought.
As a photographer, don't you have you should have a preset of different locations that you can offer, that you like have some sort of deal with, so that
I'm just trying to grapple with what exactly Rio does, because we've seen
he's a pimp. What do you not understand? He's in charge of the girls
that you have, sir. 723 jobs, but yet and still, you still got that helmet on top of your head.
ELTeddy, he is competing for Pimp of the Year in Vegas.
Like, I'm so confused. Like, now you a photographer, that makes the crab plates on the side, that has the promotion business.
Not the
Then
crab
you told me you have a 9 to 5. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, girl, just because you know how to use the black and white
I
filter
hate to
on
say
your
this.
camera, don't make you a photographer.
I hate to say this because it's a racial stereotype
Mm.
that is shared by both Mexican people of Latino descent and Caribbean descent. They're gonna have 16, 17 jobs. They're gonna keep several streams of income. So he does a little bit of everything. He's a caterer, he's a pimp, he's a photographer.
She's gonna keep calling that man a pimp. She's gonna keep calling that man a pimp.
So you mean to tell me you heard the way Kelly was talking about being hired by him, and that pep talk conversation he had with them girls before they went into that club about bringing him the money?
Girl, it's just a bunch of your friends that you getting to help you promote a club. Girl, I want you to stop this. Girl, you just got a couple of your girlfriends that you said, girl, I got these shirts for y'all. Put on these shirts and we gonna go over here and we gonna do this club and then we gonna take it on home. Don't try to act like you have this conglomerate, this multinational conglomerate, and you doing it up because you got this big girl. If
the man said DD4F and you better respect it. So I don't know what you want.
What's her name? Diane or whatever her name is.
Maybe
we'll have to get up with some answers. Keep playing with her. Keep playing with her.
He honest and all his hoes is honest. So
baby.
You want to hit people with garbage can lids. That was the exact same thing that happened when Donnie called that man out his name, and then he took that jury off and proceeded to knock the juice out that boy's head.
Donnie just dumb. Because, baby, when you stop to take that jury off,
I don't understand.
Baby, when you was over here doing that, baby, the way I would have had 2 to the head, 3 to the body real fast, girl, Donnie, girl, you clearly are not from
Uncle Jay. That is clearly
because, girl, in the hood, baby, you ain't got time to be taking stuff off. Real girls do real things. I'm just saying. Because he took a minute to take that jury. He had somebody helping him take the jury off. Girl, all of that, girl, the way I would have, girl.
How you didn't understand. If we are arguing and you see me go like my head tilt and I go, huh? And then I proceed to start taking off jewelry, you don't come over there and bop me 2 or 3 times. Girl.
Baby.
You see, if I got on a long hair, something, and you see,
so it's gonna take them a little, baby. I'm gonna interrupt this whole interrupting your regularly scheduled programming, baby. That's what we about to do. We about to interrupt your regularly scheduled programming.
Now, Ebbie, I have a question for you. This is another one of my petty questions because I told y'all that I was gonna be nitpicky. Mm-hmm. Did you hear how Jayla pronounced Jackie Ina?
Aina?
Yeah.
Incorrect. And it don't even matter.
No, I know. But I just want to know.
That lady's name is now Jackie Asamoah.
But no, I work with somebody.
Because she got married.
Somebody who has that last name. And they would say you can call them Ina or Aina. They will take either one. Mm-hmm. But I've never heard Aina.
Jayla didn't say either one, so Jayla didn't say either one.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Jayla didn't say either
one. She said either one. But I work with somebody. He had the exact same last name. Mm-hmm. He was African. He absolutely was.
Yeah, she's Nigerian.
What country he was from.
And she married her Nigerian prince.
Oh, she did.
And now her last name is Asamoah. Oh no, they've been together for years.
Is he cute?
Oh, he's beautiful. Dennis is gorgeous. And he got a British accent.
I don't even know this Ina chick. You know, she's of no consequence to me. I don't know who she is.
She's one of Ebbie's makeup gurus.
I know. I have no idea who this was. I couldn't. I
aspire to her level of greatness. She owns Forever Mood.
She owns who?
Forever Mood.
I don't know what that is.
She sells both candles and perfume and
Well, that's
fragrances.
good. Like the Karen candles.
Don't start. Don't start.
I just said like the Karen
Don't
candles.
say nothing about
I didn't
Karen.
say anything. I
Don't.
know
I'm just
Karen
telling
makes
you.
candles.
I'm telling you, don't.
She stole that idea from what's her name? Wendy. Look at her. She got her hand on the button. Waiting. I already see her. She got her hand on the mouse. Waiting. Safe.
Oh God! And,
Anyway,
and Jayla did call. She called Mary Kate, and Ashley.
She did. She did say my grandmother told Mary Kate Ashley, and I thought I was the only one that
And
caught that.
I was stuck. I said I was doing something over here, and she said it, and I said, "She did what now?"
Right,
so
she said, "Yeah, my grandma told Mary Kate and Ashley." I was like, "No, she didn't. I don't even think the girls was probably born back then."
Moving right along.
She sold Mary Kate and Ashley.
So now we get to the infamous scene.
Why is it infamous?
It was an infamous
because y'all have been talking about this in the group chat for 2 days. So listen, let me just get through this first, and then I'm gonna let y'all have at it. Donnie goes to the bookstore.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God!
To look for poppers and lube. He happens.
But no, really, can we go back to the previous scene? Because I feel like we skipped a scene.
Not according to my notes, we didn't.
She got
the last thing we just did was with Rio and Jayla.
Yeah, that's the last thing I got here.
Okay, go ahead. Carry on.
So Donnie runs into Chloe, who is working the stroll.
Hookers at the point.
Now, first question.
This is a scene straight out of GTA.
First question I have to say is, that is the best we have seen Chloe look all season.
Oh. Get my children out of here! Get my children out of here! Get my children out of here! Oh! 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 Oh!
Now, the second of all, I Googled because I said maybe I don't know. Because I don't know everything about everything. I don't know the penal code in every state. But here's what I do.
Penal.
Come on, Penal.
But what I thought was that prostitution was still illegal in the state of Texas. And I looked it up.
It is.
And it is.
I mean, when you're a fugitive of the law, you don't mind putting...
Hey, we ain't got there yet. I just got to
if you already broke one law, what's one more?
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, we're already here.
So now I have a question, ELTeddy, and I know this is going to sound very, pardon my ignorance on this one, you guys. I have heard the term before. What the fuck is a popper? I've heard the term before, but what is it?
Okay. Poppers are something that you purchase. Think of it like VHS cassette tape cleaners, or the stuff that you used to use to clean your VHS tapes or the VCR player. Almost kind of like paint thinner. It's something, it's an inhalant that you take. It gives you, it kind of disorients you, gives you this state of euphoria or, disorientation. And it allows you to loosen up when you're trying to take a male phallus inside of your rectum. And so, people will take it, they'll sniff it, and for about 5 to 10 seconds, it, helps them release, their muscles down there. So it makes so as to make it easier for insertion.
So my question, okay, thank you. That was thank you very much. And for the people in the chat that's helping him with the definition, thank you. Now my other question then is, so was there a need for him to drive down to the red light district to get it? Because I felt like you can
Not everywhere don't sell
lube at the
poppers.
CVS now. They got
You
lube down
can't
to
no,
the
but you
CVS.
can't buy poppers down to the CVS. No.
Oh,
Only
okay.
certain spots gonna sell. You got to go to certain stores to sell poppers. Now, it's in some neighborhoods, you could go down to the Arab store. Notice I said Arab and not Arab store because I'm from Miami, and we call them kind of stores Arab stores, not Arab stores. Arab stores that sell everything in the store. You could buy a wig in there. You could buy everything you want. They might have some poppers and they have the rhino peels and everything. They got the ED rhino, all of that stuff in there. You might can find poppers in some of those stores, but you can't go to your CVS or your Walmart and say, "Girl, Walgreens, let me get some." No, you can't. You got to go to the sex store, or you got to go to one of them, Arab stores that may sell, that may sell poppers.
Okay. So then Chloe proceeds to give Donnie a tour of the
that bitch lied. Donnie done been to that place several times. If he wants me to believe
that, because my thing is, he was looking for poppers. He had to know where to find them. That couldn't have been your first time down there, sir.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. They're raping people out here.
Because you knew exactly where to go to get these poppers, and this wasn't your first time buying none. And you over there talking about you felt like people were going to grape you.
Listen. Not that I'm laughing at. I'm not laughing at sexual assault, but the way Donnie said he was scared. He was scared to fall asleep because they was gonna come and get baby.
But why are you falling asleep at the bookstore? Let's be clear. Question. The other part about it is, ain't nobody running after you like that, Donnie. Look, the delusions of grandeur of these people.
I just feel like it's upsetting to me and my homegirls.
Listen.
Go to Bella Noche's. Where the hell can we go?
Really being Ebbie. Donnie is a fucking liar. And I'm going to say that because within the community, everybody knows these places. You, from your first week being in the community, your first month, you know all of the spots. You know so-and-so bookstore. In the community, if you go into a bookstore, baby, where it goes down at. Stop playing with us, Donnie. When you walk in that bookstore, your feet gonna stick to the ground. Let's be clear. And it ain't because somebody
would just like to say, even as a heterosexual woman, when he said he was coming for poppers and lubes, and then Chloe popped out like the leprechaun from Leprechaun 5. Where's my gold, bitch? And they started having that little conversation. And he was like, I feel like I could get great.
But first of all, you done
I knew what time it was.
But y'all done messed up everything. The men them people was back there probably trying to get their rocks off. And y'all came in here with cameras and lights and shit. Y'all came in there with cameras and lights.
I did think about that with the cameras.
Like y'all got lighting, cameras, boom mics, and all kinds of shit over here taping. These people was like, let's be clear, at most of these places, you got to pay a fee to get back there. Because they know what go on back there. You go in the store, you go to the cashier, you pay them an extra $10 or $15. They press the little button and buzz you into the back, and you going on back there and do what you do. Girl, these men are paid money to be back there, and now y'all got cameras and boom mics and lighting and shit. They're like, girl, I ain't signed up for this.
Because if you was beefing at that wedding, then you should have been beefing at that wedding. Why is you fucking it up here at Bella Noche's? That's all I want to understand. Why? Why? This was the worst version of GTA Dallas that I have ever seen.
They were standing in that abortion clinic, like they didn't know where they were. Baby, you're in an abortion clinic, okay? Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. And I know they don't have those down to the Texas, but little do you know, Governor Hot Wheels, Governor Greg Abbott, they have several abortion clinics down to the Texas. They're just called bookstores.
I would just like you to understand that it's not an abortion clinic. It's a daycare. It's where they go to drop off their kids and leave.
Well, no, to kill the kids because when they land on the floor, they're dying. So that's an abortion clinic to me. You
Okay,
say
all right,
abortion
all right,
clinic.
all right,
I say
all right. That's
daycare.
enough. Move on. Move it on. Move on.
I just don't understand. This comes from a genuine place of concern and care because I like Chloe. Baby girl, I know I said it the other night when I was talking with the straight man. And I said I may think I've said it to you at Harviana's in the chat. I am real deal concerned. I need you to get an attorney, and because to this day that stuff is still not resolved.
Mama is going to jail for several
and
years.
Because I know the caliber of people that have been dealt with and have done things on Chase and Dallas, I don't want you to get into a petty beef, and because somebody knows that you have a warrant, and then next thing I know, you're being arrested.
Baby, don't come to the reunion because the wrong girl is gonna have.
That's what I'm saying.
If you had to piss me off, baby, soon as you roll up to the reunion, girl, the girls are waiting inside for you. Soon as you roll up inside, girl, put on these Gucci bangles.
That's what I'm saying.
Girl, put on these Gucci bangles, honey, and let's go. I'm just saying, you're a fugitive of the law, girl. Not real Jen Shaw energy. But at least
we'll get to that. We'll get more to Chloe because I have some things to say as well, but we'll get to that.
I would just prefer you to resolve that.
But at least we know Chloe. Is that why Chloe went to jailer to get her makeup done? Because she knew she was going down to the whole stroll and she wanted her makeup to look good for a change. Because you're not fooling nobody with that makeup that you have on in the confessionals. I just hope you do not go down to the scroll with that makeup you have on down to the confessionals. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said, Nay. I was like, you understand that law enforcement and the police watch Chase and Dallas too, baby. Like you are legitimately putting yourself in harm's way,
girl.
And I legit need you. She said she's looking for an attorney who can do some pro bono work because she can't afford an attorney at this current iteration to resolve the fact that you ran off after.
We ain't there yet, Ebbie. We go get there.
Like I like this baby has lived a whole season.
But she's 30 years old. That might be why she look 85. And she's
stressed all the time. If I'm currently looking over, if my job is my current iteration of how I make money is illegal, and I know I have a warrant, that somebody can come snatch me up at any time, and I am constantly looking over my shoulder and constantly being worried about where my next John is coming from. I'm hanging out in bookstore parking lots. Like it's upsetting. It's upsetting to me. Like I want better for her, and I know she wants better for herself, but I feel like she doesn't know. I don't know. It's the mother in me that's just it's giving me, her situation is giving me anxiety, and I need her to resolve it.
Let's not forget, and I don't think really be talked about it. Maybe we ain't get there yet, but we had that whole conversation with the trans girls that seem to promote and being on the stroll and doing illegal prostitution.
I didn't feel like they promoted it, but we haven't gotten there yet. But I don't feel like they promoted it. All right. Let's see. We got that. Okay. Best. Okay. See, not invite. Okay. So then Chloe lets Donnie know he's not invited to the party, and Donnie was like, "Well, damn, I apologize, and I still can't come to the party." But I agree with what Ebbie said earlier. Just because we apologize doesn't make us friends. It means that we cool. It means that I'm not gonna fight you on sight like I thought I was gonna do before. It just means that when I see you, you
consequences to your actions, and you're gonna have to live with the consequences of your actions. And one of the consequences are, even though you apologize, you still can't come to the party, my nigga. That's just what it is.
Don't tell. Don't.
All right. Anybody else before we keep going? Okay.
I've been at 3 a.m. I'm going down, y'all.
So now we have so Rachel brings together some of her girls, as she calls them, her T girls, so they can just talk about being trans, the transition, what that's like, detransitioning, being sure. They talked about a little bit of politics in the beginning, about
what age
how
is
this current
appropriate to start.
Is affecting what they got going on. And they get into basically their origin story, like when they transitioned, how their family felt about it. And they did talk about, sex work. Again, I don't feel like they were promoting it. I think they were just explaining how they get into it, how
it happens. That's what
But no, the reason I disagree, because you had one of the girls that was saying, yeah, I got a 9 to 5, but I'm never giving up doing that because that's just easy money, and I need that easy money. So to me is promoting it more so.
But that's
than
one
just
person
saying,
out of 5 women who were saying, this is how it happened to me. This is how it happened to me. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I still don't feel like that's promoting it by somebody saying, this is what I do. Like if all of us were sitting around talking and all 3 of y'all were like, well, I mean, not 3 of y'all, I'm can't include myself. But if the 2 of y'all were saying, yeah, once upon a time I smoked crack, but I ain't doing that shit no more. And I'm like,
but that's not what she said.
Can I finish? And if I said, yeah, I mean, I know how to get up every day and still go to work and work. So, I mean, I ain't never given up crack. I don't feel like that's promoting it.
It is when she says it's easy money, I'm never giving it up. That's that quick, easy money. And then everybody around the room is like, yeah, that is that quick, easy money. Because if I'm somebody who's early on in my transitioning, it kind of promotes saying, yeah, you might want to go and start to do this because that's quick, easy money. Because they kept saying it's real expensive to do this. It's real expensive. And this is a way for you to fund or finance your transition. It sounded to me, when I listened to it and watched it, it sounded like they were promoting doing that to help offset their, the expenses that it costs to be in transition. That's just what I was saying about it.
Ebbie?
Now I didn't feel like they were promoting it, but it speaks to how prevalent it is in their particular community. Like, it seems to be like almost like a rite of passage, which makes me very sad. That feels like it is like one of the natural steps in transit when you're transitioning from one gender to the other, that the quickest, easiest way to get your hands on the money that you need for your self-affirming care is to do sex work. And of course, this is where it becomes political, because they feel that way because they're not accepted in like the general workforce. And they feel like they can't go do a 9 to 5 because they want to be who they are, and some jobs not going to allow you. If you're it's better now, but back then, if you're whatever was on your driver's license is what they're going to call you, regardless of who or how you identify. So, at one point it seemed like it was the accepted thing to do in that community, is if you're transitioning, then you're doing sex work and all manners of things in order to get the money, because going into the mainstream marketplace for work seemed unattainable at that time. And then, and I felt like they were saying it as a cautionary tale, where now you don't necessarily have to do this, but this is what I had to do to get to where I am. I don't necessarily feel like they were promoting it, but this is, hey, look at my life. This can be done a different way. You don't have to do it this way.
Yeah,
But
that's how I took it too. The fact that so many of the members of the trans community had to resort to getting into all different types, because like the chat is saying, there are different types of sex work, so they're different, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's being out on the stroll, whether it's doing webcam work. Like there are levels to it. But I think when we start talking about having to get insurance to cover um surgeries and jobs, and that, like Chloe said, hey, the guy got into an accident and I got fired because he was looking at me. Like, so
But like I said, I'm okay if everybody might have started by saying, yeah, we all went down that road. We're here now. But then when you have the one girl that says, yeah, I got a 9 to 5. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't have to do that no more. But I do because I'm not giving up this quick, easy money. And 3 or 4 of the girls say, girl, I understand, girl, that money is quick. And then everything after that is like, yeah, because you need to do this to, fund or pay for, transition. And I'm not saying it's me saying that they were promoting it is not me saying that that's a bad thing, because that's a part of the experience. There are certain things with different communities. That's just a part of the experience. And not everybody has to go through that, but it's a reality that if you're going down that experience, that you need to understand. And I think every community has certain things like that they can speak to, that the general public might shun, or be like, you do that. But it's kind of a part of, and I'll give you a perfect example. We just talked about this earlier. Bookstores and what that meant to the gay community back in the day, or cruising spots, and having public bathrooms. You have to understand, we come from a community where back in the day, you couldn't go places and have sex, or there were hotels that wouldn't even let you book a hotel if you were 2 men, and things like that. There was no place to be intimate and enjoy yourself, so you had to find spaces and places with which to make it happen and get it done. It may sound seedy and salacious, but that's just a part of the experience, that it was to be. I'm not going to say everybody, but it's just a part, some of the things that go along with it. And I'm not trying to shun them, and I'm not saying it's bad that sex work, because to me, sex work is still work. You know what I'm saying? Baby, sex work is still work, baby. And so I applaud anybody getting paid, for the work that they do. So I don't want it to come off as me saying that it's a bad thing, because somebody, it's very, I can imagine it's very expensive to try. Medical bills are extremely expensive, and many people who may come from disadvantaged backgrounds may not have the money up front, the job, the health insurances, and things like that. And you're really trying to be serious about your transition. I don't blame you for saying, hey, I got to make it happen. And if this can help facilitate that process, I'm not even mad about that. I'm not even mad about that.
I got you.
But one thing I want to say, one more thing. What I wish they would have said was, and maybe there just wasn't, maybe they didn't and it wasn't enough time, not just leave it there by talking about the sex work, but talking about some things that they have done to safeguard themselves, some things that the girls need to worry about or look out for, because we know that in that sex work, a lot of times there's violence. A lot of times some of the girls get killed. And so I think that if we're going to put that out there, also, have the girls speak to that, like, hey, yeah, I always carry, such and such with me. I got to be, because that goes along with that as well. And I think that makes the conversation whole. So you give them those expectations as well.
Yeah. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think this was the best scene of the season, if I'm being honest, as it relates to talking about the LGBTQ experience. I just thought it was a really great conversation. I thought it was honest. I thought it was raw. And I felt like people, those ladies really opened up. and we're being honest about their experience. Like you said, Chloe's been through a lot, child. Whew,
I
child.
love the conversation when they all kind of talked about when they first transitions. You know, the girl said, "Girl, you a brick." You know, and you know, in the community, we know, you know, when the girls, when you first started, they'd be like, "Girl," because you know when you clockable, you first started, and you know, to them talking about where they were at the beginning and where they are now, and just talking about. I thought that was a great conversation as well.
Mhm.
So I liked hearing them even talk about that as well, but as well.
I agree, Uncle Jay. It would have been great if they had found some trans men that could talk, because we don't hear enough. At least from where I sit, we do not hear enough from the trans men and their experience. And I would love to hear more about their conversation, their transition, their experience as well. I think we just don't get enough of that in any avenue. Not just, I'm not talking about chasing. I mean, in general, I just don't think that story is told
You know
enough.
what's so funny, really be? I might be in a different algorithm, but on my algorithms on Instagram, Twitter, and all my social media, the trans men be out there. They be out there, and
Yeah.
they're
Oh
very
yeah.
open and honest about the whole transition part. Like they be out here talking about everything that goes along with being a trans man, and I appreciate their story as well. I really like watching and following their story because they're really open and honest about it. And I hope that one day on one of these LGBTQ plus platforms, we can have a trans man that can come and speak to that experience. Because I don't think we've had one yet. Have we? Have we had one?
Mm-mm. And not that I can think of.
Not that I'm aware of.
And as far as Chef Don Don, Ebbie, ELTeddy, y'all remind me. Right now I know she's busy with the Diddy trial, but y'all remind me to get in touch with Simone. She practices right there in the state of Texas, and even if she can't help Chloe, she may know somebody who can. I don't know all of what Chloe's charges are and everything that's entailed in that, and she don't need to tell me. But I will reach out to Simone and see if maybe Simone can help her or get her in touch with somebody that can help her. I
Right.
think Simone. I know Simone used to have an office in Dallas. I know. I feel like at one point in time she had an office in Dallas. I know, of course, she has an office in Houston. So, but like I said, right now I know she's in New York, covering the Diddy trial. So I'm not sure how long she's planning on staying there, but I can give her a call. All right. But y'all remind me. I mean, y'all know how my brain works, so remind me to reach out to her. Chef Don Don, all of y'all remind me. Okay. Yeah, I think we've just had like shows that have like we have women, lesbians, like studs, but I don't know if we've had like, at least I'm not familiar. Oh wait a minute, it was a trans man on the web series. He was on the second season of the Web Life. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
Yeah, it was. You're right. On the second season of Web Life Real, I reviewed the first season. I didn't review the second season, but I watched the second season.
I did review the second season. That's
Did I
that's
review
when Rico pushed that boy in the pool.
Ebbie? Did I review the second season?
I think
I don't
so.
remember.
I
I think
think
I
you
did
did.
review the second season.
I don't know.
Rico who? Rico Cantadon?
He pushed that boy in the pool. It was deserved though. If I was Rico, I'd have pushed that boy in the pool too. So it was deserved. It was deserved. It was well deserved pushing
And
the pool.
Ebbie, can you help your daughter? Because I'm gonna start calling Chloe your daughter. Can you help your daughter chat GPT her book and get it out there on the Amazon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go on and help that girl out. Okay, moving right along. Then we have the other infamous scene where Chloe is with Jayla. Jayla's doing her makeup, and again, they're speaking on their experiences. And that is when Chloe lets us. It's not funny. It's not funny.
Get it together. Breathe.
Please get it together.
Can we get it together?
Because every time I think about this scene, all I hear is the Beyonce song and Jay-Z when they do the On the Run song. I'm gonna need it on the run now. You know I don't know no Beyonce songs, but you know the song with her and Jay-Z and they talking about On the Run. That's what I hear every time I think of Chloe being on the run. So just when we find out that Chloe is literally on the run, can I ask a question? And I understand this woman is just talking about her real life and her experience. Girl, why are you on a television show telling people you're a fugitive?
You a whole ass fugitive. On the run for
and
3.
you still
Did she say
live,
for like 3+ years?
and you still live where they're looking for you. It's not even like
Wait,
you
I
moved.
thought she went to another state. Oh, this is all
Is this
within
all in
the.
Dallas? Aren't they? Is in Texas where they looking for her?
I thought when she said she was on the run, she was saying she ran from another state and came over to
Maybe
Dallas.
she did then. Maybe she
I thought it was in Illinois or something.
I could be wrong. Maybe she.
Yeah,
Maybe she did.
and
Maybe
you might
she
be
did.
right, really be. I don't know. I don't think she said, but I thought she said she came to Dallas because she was on the run.
Maybe that's what. Listen, I don't know. All I know is the girl
Listen.
is on the run. The child is on the run.
And it's been
after
3 years.
for a dirty piss, at this point, time served. And she
No, ain't no time served. Ain't no time served.
Ain't no time, sir.
No. You ran.
I
You
said,
ran.
"Maybe, sir, please turn down."
But no, Ebbie. Let's be clear. If you are on probation, you know the terms of your probation. You can't have dirty piss. You need to be smart enough to buy the little drink that the people buy or whatever they get. Do like some of the people that know they probation officer don't be looking, and get your son, daughter, niece, nephew a piss and hide it under your nutsack since your balls ain't get out everywhere. Hide it
But
under
that's
your
why she
nutsack
said,
and go do it.
and especially when she said she had been on probation for 3 years and her last couple of months, girl, you at the end of the road. Boys to Men is playing in the background. What are you doing,
Come on, Boys to Men.
girl?
And then you mad at them because they was like, "Oh, girl, you failed this."
They keep it pushing.
Now you talk because if you don't have an ID, here's my question. Because she was, I can't get an ID. And so you walk around without an ID or an expired
And you've
ID?
now missed your window. You have now missed your window to get an ID with your new name, with your new
Yeah, because they're not gonna give you no new name.
Yeah, you can't do that now. Now you're gonna be a man. Your name's gonna be Anthony, whatever your real name is, whatever your born name is. Like it won't say Chloe,
Raheem, Rufus.
Did you say
Cleopas?
Really?
Cletus, Clifford.
Right.
Every single time.
Right, Chef Don Don. Then she gonna say it like she didn't know her piss was gonna be dirty, man.
Right. Like it was a news flash. My piss dirty? Really? What are you talking about? And you're on a show being broadcast all over the country on Al Gore's good internet.
And we have seen you commit. We have seen you commit at least 2 crimes on camera. One, you took a whole phone call on camera where you set up a date.
That's
and
what
then
you
you got
said.
on the house roll.
Yeah, according to you. Let the record show. And now, and here's the other part. Y'all trying to get that adult bookstore shut the fuck down because y'all are telling that the people are back there getting it down. Because nobody's supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? You go there. That's the neighborhood bookstore. Y'all don't put the name of the bookstore out there. Not everybody
knows what happens at that
and
bookstore.
now the police could come and rain down on the bookstore and shut everybody party down. Y'all just messing it up for everybody.
Because Abby, what? If you can't go where, Abby?
If you can't go to Bella Noche's, where the hell can you go?
Right. What the hell?
It's upsetting to me and my homegirls. Because if you was beefing at that wedding, you should have been beefing at that wedding. Why would you bring that here?
Why would you bring it here? Last but not least, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Anything else I want to say about that?
I just listen, Chloe. Walk lightly, sweetheart. Walk lightly when you're around the girl. Don't say too much in the confessionals because the girls might get mad and call somebody and tell them to meet you down to the reunion. The next time you get up in my comment section speaking sideways, you better tread lightly and make it cute.
Anyway, moving right along. So, last but not least, I was confused as hell at this last scene. Rio, Zesty were going to check, and Kelly were checking out a venue for Rio's party. Everything seemed to be cool. Jeff showed up. Everybody hugged. Everything was cool. And then next thing you know, Rio is approaching Jeff because allegedly Jeff said that Rio be down to the Instagram begging for people to buy his fish plates. And Jeff was like,
Not even
girl.
fish plates.
Jeff was like, what you talking about? I be on Instagram begging people to buy my music. Like, what are you what are you talking about? What you mad about? Like, we all be on Instagram begging for people to buy our shit. Like, what are you mad about? And Jeff was like, listen, I don't remember saying that. I don't know what you talking about. I don't know who told you what I said, but I don't remember saying it. And all I gotta say is this. As shady as production is, I feel like if they had it on tape with Jeff saying that, they'd have played it.
They'd have played the clip.
The fact that there was no clip makes me feel like it wasn't said. And once again, who was at the bottom of it? Who was at the precipice? The epic. What's the word I'm looking for? ELTeddy. That ain't the word I'm looking for. Anyway, who was at the nucleus of it all was motherfucking Zesty. I don't like him, y'all. I don't like Zesty. I'm sorry, I don't like him.
Anybody who nervous twerks before a fight, I don't like them either. I can appreciate that child has hands because Donnie said it felt like he was being hit with bricks, but everything else can
I honestly feel like Zesty need to go over to Zeus because what you doing, that's not this. Like I'm all here for Messi. I'm all here for carrying bones. I'm all here, but I just feel like Zesty. There's no rhyme or reason to what Zesty is doing. And for the people that are like, well, all he's doing is what Jeff did. Jeff was methodical with his shit. Was he messy? Absolutely. Did he carry bones? He sure the fuck did. But he was methodical with this shit. Like, Zesty, you were just all over the fucking place. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to your shit.
And we like Jeff. Jeff has a good personality.
And he was likable.
And he's likable, and it's not likable. There's like no malice in with his. It's not malicious.
Yeah, because Jeff wasn't trying to fight nobody. He was just being messy as fuck.
And he told him, he's like, "Hey, I'm not a fighter. Wait, what are we doing?" I'm sorry. I'm exhausted, but that's tickled to me.
That messy mullet Zesty.
Not too much on Simon now. Not too much on Simon now.
I didn't have anything for this scene because I don't like none of these whores. I don't like Jeff. I don't like Zesty. And I don't like Rio. So I wish nothing but the worst of them. If they want to get in that room and fight it out and take each other out, go with God. Leave us the fuck alone. Go start another branch of chasing, but I don't like you on Chasing Dallas. Go away from me forever. All three of you.
And if I'm being honest, let me be honest, I didn't have no sympathy for Jeff because I felt like it was all cool when you was part of their little clique, but now that they done turned on you, now it's like, whoa, what is this about? So I don't have no sympathy for Jeff. Let me be clear. But I just didn't understand where that was coming from. I just felt like it came out of nowhere.
Mother pulled it out their ass, and that's how it ended. Boom.
I mean, Rio got 863 jobs, and I still don't know what Zesty does.
Zesty bartends,
he
runs his mouth, he nervous twerks, he punches niggas where it feel like they're getting hit with bricks. That's what he does. The end.
Does he have a job?
I don't know, and that's none of my damn business.
I mean,
he's got a mobile bar.
Oh, he has a mobile bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has like one of those big, party buses or something.
I think that, and you hire him to be like, if you need a bartender he's a licensed bonded.
But doesn't he have to have a liquor license for that?
Yes.
Does he have one? Because those things cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Apparently so.
You making assumptions, Ebbie. I think you're making gratuitous assumptions for that young man.
At this juncture, that nigga could be a representative of the Lollipop Guild, and I don't give a damn. I am so tired. I feel crazy.
Well, we almost done, so that was the last thing. Matter of fact, we are done because I'm done with all of this. I can't. We did 2 episodes. We gave y'all the best we had with what we got. I don't like none of these hoes. Well, that's a lie. I like Glenn and I like Mother. Tedley is Tedley. Tedley is Tedley. what you got going on your channel, Abby, for the people to be looking out for?
I'm gonna do some more. Okay, let me breathe and try it again. Because when I say I'm tired, y'all, I have been up since like 1:30 in the morning, and I've been gone all day, and I feel loopy at this point. The unboxings, I got some things. Loretta, I got you a t-shirt and the little damn keychain. You're gonna have to text me your address so I can send it.
Girl, did you win the lottery, girl? What you got going on over there?
No, I gotta have some oral surgery, and so I had to access some funds in order to do that, and I got a reimbursement.
All right, hallelujah.
Not enough for me to swing the trip to.
No, I understand.
That was my goal. That's what I was really trying to do, is to swing that trip to Florida, but it's
baby, look, I understand. Look, I'm barely going to Florida at this point, so I understand, child. I understand.
Listen, I tried. Ooh. But I got us a t-shirt that says I'm just here for the butterbeer.
Yes, because I am.
Oh, we are so trifling. And I got the little keychain for your AirPod thing. The Slytherin.
Can I tell you, I was just in Orlando,
yes!
and my boss paid us to go to Harry Potter land because he loves Harry Potter, and I was miserable the whole time.
Oh, because you're a hater, and that's
yeah.
Okay.
You did what? You did what at Harry Potter land?
I sat and I drank the whole time because they were like, "Don't you want to?" No, I don't want to do any of your Harry Potter stuff. I just want to get drunk. That's
I want to ride the Escape from Gringotts. I want to drink the butterbeer. I want to get on Hogwarts Express to 9.
I definitely want to get on the Hogwarts Express.
Like they got this new ride where you get on the ride by Flu Powder, and they have the green fire and everything. Like, okay, like it makes me happy. If it makes you happy. Me and the straight man will have. I think we're gonna have the male accountability conversation. With all of these niggas in the LBC, it's kind of hard for Snoop. DOWG.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. ELTeddy, what you got going on?
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know. But
me and Kiss My Cheeks tomorrow evening when I get home from church in the birthday situation. We're going to talk about the season finale of The Last of Us. Season 2.
Yes.
Baby.
Yes.
We angry. It is. Angry.
Very.
All right, ELTeddy, what you got going on over there?
We did Silly Saturday earlier today. You can go back and watch that. We had a phenomenal time on Silly Saturday. I am going to actually be out of town for the next 3 days. I fly out to go to Tulsa early tomorrow morning. I'll be back late Tuesday night. So catch me starting Wednesday. You know, we go live generally on Monday through Fridays at 5. However, Really B is going to be my substitute, I'm sure, during my regular time slot on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll be back on Wednesday. We have Teacher Project 2.0 that I believe we're going to have this Wednesday. No, we're not going to have this Wednesday, or maybe another day next week. We may
we got elections. We got elections this week.
No, I'm saying we may be able to find another day.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying Wednesday. You'll be happy. I just thought you'd be happy. I'll be at election.
Oh, I was very happy. Also,
you know I don't do election. You know I normally don't do elections.
Right. Also, I'm looking forward to. We have the cruise coming up next February. I am so excited. Listen, I don't know if there are any slots left, but for those who are already signed up, you'll get to see me, Ebbie, and Really B in the flesh.
Absolutely.
We will be drunk.
Ebbie will be hosting. I don't know what ELTeddy will be hosting the Boom Boom Room. Enter at your own risk. Ebbie is hosting the karaoke event. She is hosting the karaoke event. So Tracy, we are gonna actually have a live where Tracy is gonna give us the breakdown because she just came off of a cruise on that ship for her birthday, and so she's gonna give us the do's, the don'ts, the yes, the no's, what we shouldn't do, what we can and can't do. We will be having a bar crawl the day we get on the ship. We're going to dinner. After dinner, we will be doing a bar crawl in our matching t-shirts. We're gonna have a good time, y'all. We are gonna have a good time. And my commanders are gonna be in the Super Bowl, so y'all can come and help me cheer my commanders on because that's gonna be the Super Bowl weekend. So yeah. Yep.
Y'all not gonna be in the Super Bowl, so what are you talking about?
I literally just said we are, and so there's that.
Girl.
We're gonna be in the same Super Bowl as your San Francisco 49ers.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I will say, really, B. I was scheduled to have a big trip that weekend, and I had to call these people and tell them I can't go on my trip because I'm going to be on a cruise. So I'm going to be balls out, balls to the wall, having a great time.
Yeah, because Tracy's going to be there. Ravine is going to be there. I'm trying to get Niecy to come.
Niecy, why you not coming?
Child, she probably can't leave Benji for that long.
What's
you know,
up,
they joined at the hip, child. You know, she can't leave her child that long, honey. I haven't gotten all that stuff together with the t-shirts yet. I'm working with James now, Spill It Boy. He's going to do the t-shirts. So as soon as we get the design, we'll get the prices. I'm going to get you that information as soon as possible so people can start ordering their t-shirts, because I'm not going to be responsible for the t-shirts. I'm going to give y'all the information, and whoever want a t-shirt can order it directly from him, and he'll mail it directly to y'all's house. I'm taking care of the t-shirts for the books and bourbon for the people who get the VIP package. But for the cruise, I'm going to let it go through his website because I don't. All right, y'all, let's get off. It's been almost 2 hours. Ebbie got to go take a nap. I don't know what the hell ELTeddy got to go do, but it's probably nothing good. And I'll be back. I'll be back in about an hour to talk about The Judge. Y'all wanted me to give y'all the breakdown on The Judge documentary. I'm almost done with my notes because I take notes. I'm almost done with my notes.
Wow.
I only did that for Ebbie, y'all, because y'all know there are times when I don't take notes either.
Wait a minute. Soulful dog. How dare you come for my throat? Talk about get my whole gate. You don't know me all my life.
Clearly he does, if that's what he think you about to do, because that's probably what
don't know my life.
But that's probably what you're about to do.
I'm going to go pack. Let the record show. None of you people can name a single person that I've had sex with. Thank you.
I can name a few.
You cannot.
I can. Oh, but I can.
Name two. I'll wait.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
I know you don't want me to do it publicly. You don't want me to do? Oh, you want me to do it publicly? I met your ex-boyfriend who you damn near had sex with in the middle of the restaurant. So I know y'all went back and had sex that night. Your ex-boyfriend who, when you were living in Texas, who I know you had sex with. That's two right there.
You can't.
Oh, good night, everybody. Good night.
You can't name them.